with the handshake. Looking for his first national victory, David-Traber will have to face the left-hander, one of the best ever, Parker-Bohn-III. 8 titles in his 9 years, a PBA member.
Come on.
Well, he broke up that Mark Ruff split and left only the 10-pin. This very quiet, very dedicated, and very compassionate young man.
Chris, he bowled a great game, the 42nd game last night. He bowled a 280 game against Brian Boss to jump from 5th place all the way up to 3rd. Uses the full fingertip grip into the first knuckle, balances the ball in the palm of the hand, cross lane, simple shot.
Parker is unusual, has won 7 of his 8 titles from the #1 seed. So he'll have to go against his track record starting from #3. So here is his opponent, David-Traber, former stock car driver, stock car racer. Needed 2 strikes in the final frame to make it. 30 years come Monday. That's his age. Right directly toward the pocket, but coming up high, Nelson.
Well, Chris, he has an ideal style, just a simple 4-step delivery. He's almost like just a solid league bowler. He's very simple, by the book, push away, gets the shot about shoulder high, then he drives through into the pivot area, solid release, and right now up to shoot the 610, trying to avoid the chop.
Here's a young man that's 7 regional titles. One of them he won right here in 1986, the National Resident Pro Championship. And in that, he beat Mark McDowell 245 to 200, $5,000 and a trip to the Firestone.
Traber, a fairly simple player. He's going to start right about the center of the lane. He's going to walk into this area. He's going to be right between the first and second arrows. Very simple, straight lines. Very controlled player.
And the 180-pounder puts it in the pocket. Perfect on the left lane, though.
Chris, they seem to like the left lane. Speaking with the 5 players that were warming up, they said if they can hit lane 38, the right-hand lane, that they'll shoot some big numbers.
Parker, his 25th telecast. This is our second stop this year.
For Parker-Bohn, just an ideal style. He's got a good solid push away. He wraps the ball a little bit inside out on the downswing, has a good solid follow through, hits the line very low. He gets the perfect result.
.511, 150 pounds. Walking it out, he knew he had that one. So that's a big double, and it puts him in a 10-pin lead over David-Traber, who's up and getting ready.
David-Traber, a more controlled grip. He still uses the fingertip grip, but he holds it right in the palm of his hand, stays right behind the ball, and lifts directly through the shot.
Leaving a 10-pin on the right lane.
Traber a little high in the first frame, makes an adjustment to the left on the approach so the ball finishes a little wider. Doesn't get the lift necessary to have the 6 flip into the 10. And he has the spare to shoot it. With a conversion, he'll trail by 10 through 3.
Last year on tour, he earned over $53,000 with a 2nd, 2/3, 2/4, and a 5th. Okay, in 1992, Traber went from an average player to making 5 television appearances. He's back in '93, and here's his explanation.
Well, I think one of the reasons is I've been out here for 6, 7 years now, and it takes time to build yourself up to bowl good out here. Another thing is equipment. The equipment's changed a lot in the last couple of years, and I think the equipment right now is helping my game out quite a bit, and a lot of practice helps in the long run.
The big word on the tour right now, Chris, is the reactive resin bowling balls that seem to carry so well.
Professional bowling capital this week is Phoenix, Arizona. It's also the classic car capital. will be for the next 10 days. Cruise International Auto Show and Auction here in Phoenix, and next weekend it'll be Barrett-Jackson. Well, we caught up with one of my favorite cars at the auction to be sold out here. Wish I could afford it. There it is, a 1967 Shelby Mustang, one like Del Ballard owns. And at Fairlane Squaw Peak in Phoenix, Arizona. Parker-Bohn and David-Traber are head-to-head in this first match live. Up in that fuchsia shirt, or purple, whatever you want to call it, is the leader by 10 pins as a result of a double. He opened with a spare. Now he's shooting in the 4th frame. Parker-Bohn-III. Bagger for Parker-Bohn, who's been busy this week making the final round, is also busy with charity work year-round.
Well, Bo, I spend a lot of time with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Then there's the official charity of the PBA, the Children's Miracle Network. I'm going to spend a lot of valuable time with them. But my favorite charity is the New Jersey Tournament of Champions, which is athletic events for special education children.
Okay, and we had the pleasure of attending the New Jersey Tournament of Champions honoree dinner where they honored Lee Livingston and Johnny Petraglia. They host the Johnny Petraglia Open in North Brunswick later on in our tour of 16 cities.
Parker with just a real wide shot here in the 5th frame. Gets a good break. He sends it out about 4 or 5 boards to the left of his target. Right around the first arrow, he's looking just to the left. The second arrow gets just the 3-pin, gets a good break. Easy spare.
Parker-Bohn